Hello to all my friends at the Evolve Ruby Gala. I think you know I'd much rather be there with you in person, but there's just a few things going on right now, and I'm honored to join you via video. First of all, I'd like to thank my friend Congressman Tom Emmer and his wife Jackie. By the way, Tom has a habit of taking screenshots of me when I do these videos and then texting them to me. This is your moment, Tom. So that then I get it, and he says, I'm here, where are you? Thanks, Tom. Also, Congressman Lewis, Congressman Walz, the mayor of Stillwater, thank you for being there. We just had a great event for that new bridge, and all of the state leaders and the staff and supporters of Evolve, Adopt, and Family Services. For 40 years, you've provided Minnesota families with some of the best adoption and foster care programs and family support services in the country. That's so important in our state. As you know, we have a strong tradition of making sure kids are in loving families, whether it be through foster care or adoption. Our state has one of the highest rates of international adoptions in the country. We have families that have opened their hearts and their homes to kids from Vietnam, to Guatemala, to Nepal, to Haiti. All of you know a lot about opening your hearts. You're the shining stars of this issue, adoptive parents and siblings, social workers, teachers, and service providers who are out there helping so many kids in foster, so many kids with domestic and international adoption. I want you to know that I will always be your partner in Washington. For many years, I've actually co-chaired the Congressional Coalition on Adoption. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri and I co-chair it. And we work with our colleagues on both sides of the aisle to help make the adoption process better for families across our country. It's made a difference. And thanks to all of you, you brought big issues to our attention. Senator Landrieu and Senator Inhofe and I got the International Adoption Simplification Act passed into law. That law stopped our governments from separating families, leaving the older kids behind as the younger kids come over to the states. Senator Blunt and I are working to build on that process. We've introduced the Vulnerable Children and Families Act. It would make it easier to make sure that kids don't just stay in orphanages and that they find permanent homes. But we can't do this work alone. It takes everyone, advocates, public officials, and families. I'd like to end with the story of a Minnesota family who decided that adoption was right for them no matter what the obstacles. For years, the Norton family worked to adopt 2 young boys from Ethiopia. But one day, the Ethiopian government suddenly suspended international adoptions, a heartbreaking situation for hundreds of families. But the Nortons never gave up. They stayed in Ethiopia. They waited. We helped them. We got the visas, and we were able to not just help their family, but many others. Well, last month, I got to meet with those 2 incredible sons with the Nortons. There they were in St. Louis Park with their little bike helmets on, running around, swinging as high as they could go with their other siblings. It was an incredible sight, and anyone who's adopted kids knows that. And we know it's not just international kids. There are so many kids in foster care, the smile on their face when they find that permanent home. Everyone wants a permanent home. And that's the best gift we can give anyone. As the poet Maya Angelou, who was informally adopted by her own grandmother, once said, "The ache for home lives in all of us." We all know that every kid deserves so much more than just a roof over their heads and a bed to sleep in. They deserve nurturing families, bright futures, and a loving home. That's what I see every single day, and that's why working with adopting families is literally the best thing I get to do. So thank you for being the guardian angels for our state's families. Enjoy the rest of the celebration. You deserve it.